Hello again. Thank you for visiting with me. Today I'm working at the very back of my Dilutions journal on a page that I had already prepped with some collage pieces, a large flamingo that I could not resist and some smaller bits. And I've picked some four colors, well, three with white, my magnolia white, tree frog, pink quartz, and cantaloupe, just to banish the background. After that, I'm hoping to get back to using some of my oil pastels, and, well, after that we'll see. I haven't played with oil pastels in seems like eons, so here we go. My oldie but goodie brush, that Simply Simmons, a flat wash brush, an inch brush that I've had probably for 20 years, and I have been able to keep the bristles in wonderful condition because as soon as I finish working, I always use dish detergent and water to clean them and make sure that I grind it down into the bottom of the sink so that I can get very close to the ferrule. And now it's showing its age a bit, so I'm going to be using it over here to just put on some warmth here and there. This is rather thin because there was some water in the brush to get it started. But that's just fine. I think that needs to be toned down a bit. Yes, it does. Here, maybe just a little bit over here. And how about a bit of a green here? And green is a little bit fresher than I expected it to be, but that's all right. Fresh is good. And maybe just a bit along the bottom over here. Know how much of this collage is going to be showing. But that's the fun part of collage. See if I can blend some of these bits in a little bit. And some more along here. Yes, I think everything is there, but pushed back a bit. Oops, whoops, always when you get water in this big brush, it's always the time that I just see a little spot here and I need to work in. Now, it says in fine print. So, this needs to dry. I'm going to give it a good dry, and then consider the next step, which could be any number of things. So I shall return as soon as I've managed to dry this out enough. This strikes me as it needs some touches of dark. But we have flowers here. Easter is in the air. Holiday seasons are in the air. Spring is coming. And I thought maybe a little bit of forest green, tropical bay blue, a little fuchsia, and salmon might give us another background layer. So I'm going to use this paper stencil. Plop it down here. I use it that way? No, I don't, for some reason it's against my grain to put stencils down without having them a little cattywampus. I don't know why. Alrighty, let's get some darkening on here. Yes, let's. Some little blue up here. This is just another layer of background, so I can feel pretty free about this one. Here. Give again, it's much fun to be able to do some stenciling without making yourself crazy about it. Okay. And some salmon. Because the flamingo does have a bit of a yellow tint to it. A little bit down here. And I think a little bit of darkness over here. And some more right up here. And another nice fuchsia right down here. A little bit of this one right up here. Let's not overthink this, Carol. It's not the purpose. Maybe a little bit of white added in. Right here. Yes, there's something. Mission accomplished. As the layers of paint build up, this paper stencil will become stronger and stronger. And the price is certainly right on paper as compared to stencil product. I'm using some Stabilos old pencils just to get an idea. So we have 1, 2, 3 here. Just some thinking with a pencil here. Going to use, I believe, some whites mixed in with some basic colors just to give the idea. And maybe some very, very dark green. I think this one will be the white one, a pinkish one. And maybe just with this, just the tiniest bit of the very lightest of each shade. Decisions. Back to my brush selection here. Let's get some just get some color down here. Now, the idea of this one up here. And this one. his beak to show completely. There we go. There he is. Dark and light is the answer to a lot of problems. Well, at least to mine. See if we can get this one to go here. So now I'm just left with a selection of a way to get our flamingo to be peeping out from these flowers, and I think in a strange sort of way he looks like he's doing just about that. There we go. We can have just a little bit of a hint of coloration over here, because of course no flower is ever completely white. So let's use some of this to help this to express itself a little bit. Let's have a little bit of the other colors in this one. I like it when a little bit of the green from the center spreads up into the flower a little bit. In fact, I think I'm going to force it to do that a little bit here. And some here. and some here. And here. And I think a little bit more pink up in this top one. Thinking I'm going to have to work a little of this out of here because it's interfering in my, I keep seeing it out of the corner of my eye, and that's not what I want to be doing. Better. Okay. Well, another round. I'm thinking that I'm going to have to just add a little bit of paint, just the tiniest touch, to blacken up his strong beak statement that he has going here. There. I think there we go. Well, it is time for me to go to the library because I've run out of books, I will be back shortly, and this should be dry. Well, I'm back from the library, and I found 2 delicious mysteries, because I'm a mystery lover from way back. And now, while I was driving, of course, I was able to think a little bit about this, and I decided to add a little something over here and get started with the oil pastels and move along, blindly probably. This is Folk Art Magenta. It fits quite nicely on this page. Yes. Think a little bit more. Think a bit more up there. So I can pick out that outside row. Yes, that was a pleasant surprise. I had been thinking this, and I'm still thinking it, but I don't think I was going to do salmon. Well, not happening. Let me work a little further and then decide. I'm going to plop down these oil pastels. Let's see about adding some strength and depth of color. There's absolutely nothing like oil pastel on a finger. To make these colors just glow. now have a little bit of this peach on this white one. And some more white on top of these other colors. Various pinks. I think this needs to be a little bit more pink. And isn't it just? Oh, I love it. I know that it is possible to add water to this, but I never seem to like to because I'm too busy enjoying what happens when I rub these various colors in. I like to try to push the color in towards the center of the petal. And now some of this peach color. See if we can't pull some of this white in and over. Thinking that this needs a bit more of a paler pink mixed in with that white. When one bit of the oil pastel meets another, they just roll together. It's wonderful. I'm thinking this is just a bit too strong, so let's see what I can do. Take out some of the depth of that yellow, blend it in together. This is all an adventure in art. Better. And now something on those leaves. Go diving and find some greens. Yellow green. Whoops, 2 yellow greens. No, don't want that one. Okay, let's see now about adding a bit of color to these leaves. Oh yes. Right, I'm going to continue to work on those leaves a little bit. I think I'm liable to add just a touch of the flower color that they're close to. Let's have some of that over here. Oh, too much. Alrighty, I'm going to rub some more color into the leaves, and I'll be back. Well, I'm still in my thinking mode about this area. I might be deciding to work less is more over there. I added just a tiny bit of color to these leaves. I outlined the petals to bring more cohesion to them with this moss green. And now, as you can see, I'm playing, because this is about the only thing I can think of that is going to do this job on top of that black oil pastel. I'm going to have to let these dry, and it's going to take a while. Well, at least dry enough. I think I'm going to put just a section of this over this corner, and then maybe a little bit of my pen, a little doodling fun. We'll see. I'll be back as soon as these flower centers are workable. Well, I've decided that I'm absolutely not a patient person, and I'm not going to wait, but why not do this? Well. From here to there. Yes. When in doubt with art, improvise. Mutilate is another word, but we won't use mutilate. We'll just say improvise. That sounds just a smidge better. Yes, I think so. I have to dry that. I'll be back. Well, my day's play has managed to all of a sudden just come out for me. Cutting this was the answer to any questions I might have had about the finishing. I do hope that you have enjoyed watching this tutorial. It started out, of course, with the collage bits and this lovely flamingo, and a lot of him is covered up now, but he is sneaking a peek between these flowers. I tried to make them look a bit tropical. I've used my oil pastels and had great fun doing it. Excuse me. And altogether, I'm quite tickled with this spread. Excuse me. I think I need a Ricola. There, that's better. There he is. I have improved or caroled his eyes a bit and his beak. And the effect of rubbing in that oil pastel is just so delicate and soft. I'm really tickled with that. I do hope that you have enjoyed sharing this time with me and I certainly appreciate it because I do know that your time is quite precious. And if you have enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment because I do answer them. Share with a friend, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. Bye till next time.